Have you ever met someone who doesn't seem to be chasing the next thing? Their home isn't the biggest, their car isn't the newest, and yet they radiate a sense of peace and genuine fulfillment that is almost magnetic. We often call this being content with less, but I think that's a misunderstanding. It's not about having less, it's about needing less to be happy. And that shift from chasing to choosing comes from a very specific set of habits. Today, we're not just listing 5 things. We're uncovering the 2 profound mindsets that make these habits possible. These are the secrets of people who have discovered that abundance isn't about what you acquire, but what you already possess. They practice intentional subtraction. This isn't minimalism for aesthetics. This is the conscious, regular practice of asking, what can I remove to add more peace? It's not just decluttering a closet, it's decluttering a calendar. It's saying no to a social event you feel obligated to attend, to say yes to an evening of rest. It's unsubscribing from marketing emails that make you feel you're lacking, to protect your attention. It's a constant audit of your life's inputs, asking not, what more can I handle, but what is actually serving me? This creates mental bandwidth and reduces the background noise of to-dos and should-dos that drain our energy. The core idea here is creating space. They understand that every possession, commitment, and even digital subscription demands a sliver of their energy. By intentionally subtracting, they create empty space, and in that space, creativity, calm, and true choice can grow. This space is not a void to be filled, but a sacred container for a more intentional life. They define their own enough. This is perhaps the most radical habit. Our culture constantly moves the finish line of enough. A bigger salary, a better title, a more curated home. People who are content perform a quiet act of rebellion. They decide where the finish line is. They sit down, maybe in a journal, and define what enough means for them, financially, socially, and materially. Is enough having a roof that doesn't leak, food in the fridge, and time for a walk? Then they stop running once they get there. This act of definition is a one-time decision that pays a lifetime of dividends in peace. It's drawing a map for your life so you know when you've arrived, instead of wandering endlessly in a desert of more. The profound idea here is internal validation. Their sense of success and security comes from within, measured against their own values, not from external applause or acquisition. The race is over when they decide it is. They become the author of their own story, no longer just a character in someone else's. They cultivate deep appreciation for the ordinary. We often wait for the spectacular to feel joy, the vacation, the promotion, the big celebration. But contentment is found in the mortar between those bricks, not the bricks themselves. This is the habit of finding the extraordinary in the ordinary. It's the ritual of feeling the warmth of a mug, truly tasting the first sip of coffee, noticing the way the light falls through the window in the afternoon. It's seeing a walk to the mailbox not as a chore, but as a 2-minute opportunity for fresh air and presence. It's about shifting from a mindset of consumption, where we seek the next hit of novelty, to a mindset of connection, where we deeply connect with the simple miracles already here. This is the practice of a micro-awareness. It's training your senses to engage fully with the present moment, where you inevitably find that you already have everything you need to be happy right now. This habit builds a firewall against dissatisfaction, because when you are fully immersed in the present, there is no room for longing for the past or anxiousness about the future. They invest in invisible wealth. While our society prizes visible wealth, the car, the house, the watch, content people invest heavily in a portfolio that no one can see, but everyone can feel. This is the wealth of a time, relationships, and skills. They might choose a smaller home to have a smaller mortgage, thus buying themselves the time to pursue a passion. They invest hours in deepening a friendship instead of hours scrolling for things to buy. They learn to cook, to garden, to mend, skills that create independence and deep satisfaction. They understand that while material wealth can be lost in a market crash or stolen, the wealth of experience, connection, and capability only grows richer with time and use. This kind of wealth compounds in joy, not just in a bank account, and it cannot be taken away. It's the ultimate form of security because it resides within you and your relationships, not outside of you in things. They embrace impermanence. This might sound deep, but it's liberating. They understand on a fundamental level that everything changes. Relationships evolve, careers shift, possessions wear out, and moments pass. Instead of causing anxiety, this knowledge brings a profound sense of freedom. It allows them to hold things lightly, to enjoy a beautiful meal without clinging to the need to always eat that well, to appreciate a gathering without dreading its end. They see the fleeting nature of a moment not as its tragedy, but as the very source of its beauty and preciousness. They don't try to freeze time or cling to things. They participate fully, then let go. This is the wisdom of non-attachment. It's not a lack of care, it's a deep appreciation without the desperate need to control and make permanent. It's the ultimate key to being content, because you are no longer at war with the natural flow of life. You make peace with the river of change, and in doing so, you learn to flow with it rather than drown in the resistance against it. These 5 habits form a powerful ecosystem. They clear the physical and mental clutter, set your personal boundaries, heighten your daily experience, invest in what truly lasts, and grant you the philosophical freedom to enjoy it all without fear. This week, I invite you to choose just one. Maybe define your enough in one area, or spend 5 minutes in true micro-awareness.